What's up guys, welcome to another video, and today we're talking about what happened to the Hilux at DriftX, or what I think happened. So let's go have a look. The E36 is looking a little bit tired after DriftX. Got a lot of duct tape going on the guards. We exploded both guards off. Lots of wall tap action went on. The back is definitely bent, so we're going to have to fix that up. The wing is now detachable, so but still runs. Blue second gear. It's all cosmetic. We'll have to do a video on fixing up the E36. But now, the Hilux. Oh, it started raining. Damn. Alright, so what happened with the Hilux? We figured out Damon was drifting, and then it just kind of turned off, or stopped, or however you want to say it. And it wouldn't turn over anymore. So we kind of figured that the engine had seized, but what actually had happened was the timing chain tensioner gave up on us, and when that happened, as the engine was turning over, it was skipping teeth on the chain until finally it was so far out of time that the pistons hit the valves and it just seized up because the engine couldn't rotate anymore. So I'm not quite ready to give up on the Hilux just yet, because I think that we want to successfully take this out for a drift day and absolutely shred some tyres. So I've managed to unseize the engine. I managed to get it turning over, and it sounds like it probably will run again. There may be some, slight damage on the inside of the engine. Whatever, if it runs and it makes boost, we're happy. So I've ordered a new timing chain kit that we're going to chuck in it. So I need to whip the front of the engine off, retime it again, chuck on a new timing chain, chuck the new timing chain tensioner in, retime it, and hopefully, with all that, she'll run. Now what I've also got is a new low pressure high volume fuel pump. So that does about 10 psi of fuel pressure, which is what we need, and it does 100 litres per hour. So that should be more than enough fuel for us, because we had a problem at the last track day that it was running out of fuel.
Yes! Up the Hilux! And then you gotta wait for fuel to go back in the bowl. Yep.
We were going to move on to the next project, but I'm not satisfied that we've gotten everything that we should get out of the Hilux, and that we've had a good, experience drifting it. So we're going to do a redemption video. There is a track day in 2 weeks, so we're going to take the Hilux and we're going to drift it. So we're going to fix this thing, we're going to get it good. I'm going to wear a helmet cam, a GoPro on my helmet from now on, so that we can get some better footage of driving. I'll also have some cameras on the outside of the car, because that's what you guys have asked for. But yeah, let's whip the front off this engine and get this thing going again. So I've gone here to pull the front off the engine. Sorry I didn't video it, but it was just me taking a bunch of bolts off an engine, so probably not that interesting. So we have the front cover off. It wedges in between the head and the sump. Apparently you're supposed to take the head and the sump off for this. That's what I read online, that's what everyone does. I don't know why, because me and Damon took it off at the track without taking the head and the sump off, and I just took it off again without taking the head and the sump off. Not an issue. Anyway, I definitely found a source of our problem. This is the timing chain tensioner. So it bolts in here. Basically it tightens the timing chain, pushes up against it, keeps it tight, right? Now, as you see this O-ring right here, which is kind of just sitting in the center, that is supposed to be hard pushed up in here, and this is actually controlled by oil pressure. So see this little nipple right here, so oil pushes in there, and when you obviously rev the engine, that tensions up the timing chain tensioner. Now because it's blown out, that wasn't working, so this thing I can just move with my hands, which is not good. Well, the oil would have been leaking out this seal right here. There's also a nice wee crack right here, I don't know if you can see it, right here, in the tensioner. So oil would have just been blowing out here, would not have been tensioning it, and so that allowed the chain to kind of flop around, and that's how our engine jumped out of time. So it still sounds like it's got great compression. I did a quick test. Doesn't seem like any of the valves are bent, so it should run fine. So what we're going to do is, tomorrow the timing chain tensioner kit arrives. I'm going to chuck that in, and we're going to get this thing running again, but this is all going to be the same video. I'm confident that this thing will run again and be happy. I'm stoked about that, because this thing is so much fun. So I keep talking about this new project. I've already paid for the car. It's awesome. I'm really excited about it. So you guys should hit that subscribe button if you are watching, because because we're just going to keep continuing on with the projects and random builds. And this next one, yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to put the timing chain kit in this and get it running. Mad. And we're back. The timing chain kit arrived. Here it is, mad, and I apologise in advance, but I kind of skipped ahead, got a little bit excited, and I chucked the chain in quickly without filming it. But the new timing chain is in, along with the new timing chain guides, and most importantly, the timing chain tensioner. So the old chain, which is here, turns out that it had stretched quite a bit. Also, the timing chain guides were all broken. Literally all the plastic was kind of smashed off them, so there was nothing really guiding it. There's also like gouges down the side of the head, which luckily don't affect anything, so don't worry about that, guys. But that's where the chain had been hitting and making some crazy noises. So as you can see here, it says, well, I don't know if you can see, but it says timing chain at 227,000 Ks in 2007. It's now 2018, and I'm relatively sure they did not change the timing chain. So we've done it. Now I'm going to turn it over, and we'll know straight away when I turn it over whether the engine is either good or broken, or whether it has compression or whether it doesn't have compression. So the moment of truth. That sounds pretty darn good to me, which means the Hilux is gonna live to see another day, which I'm super stoked about. So obviously don't get too excited, we haven't actually started it yet. We could hit some kind of implication on the way, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the stuff together. I think we can kind of maybe start it today. Let's do this. Alrighty, so I put the front cover all back on, the gaskets are all on. For now, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to try and start it because everything's covered up enough so that it shouldn't leak everywhere, hopefully. I've got some fuel in the carburetor. I think I've set the timing properly. Let's try start it. I'm just going to try and start it. If it even has an inkling of life, I'll be happy. Ooh. You know what, that's good enough for me for now. I need to put everything back together to start it properly, but obviously by the sounds of things it's going to run, which is mad. So we're going to wrap it up there for this video. This weekend we will be getting this Hilux all buttoned up, back together, good to drift. We'll chuck some springs in the front, we'll tidy up the engine bay, get her running perfect, and we're going to take it drifting. So I hope you guys are excited. The redemption of the Hilux, it's going to be awesome. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram @itsmikeleake. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. See you soon. Peace.